A very good morning to everyone. My name is Prem Maheshwaran. I'm a ServiceDesk Plus product expert and an ITSM evangelist in ManageEngine. So the topic for discussion today is enterprise service management. So before we get into the actual presentation, I'm going to let you know how service management works in an organization. So service management is not only restricted to IT anymore. An organization, in order to deliver the business requirements, has to work with all the business functions. So, like travel department, HR, facilities, finance, legal, all these are service desks. All these are service management. It includes every business function in your organization, right? Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Do you have a centralized help desk to provide services to your employees from all the business functions? I don't think so. Most of the organizations where I have done implementation of ServiceDesk Plus rely on different modes, and also they don't have one application to handle the services from all the departments. So, say for example, HR, they rely on email, right? So similarly, a travel department will have a separate application through which they provide the services. Finance might use chat or any other application, but there is no one portal where users can go and request for services, correct? So now the other question that I would like to ask you is, what if you can unify the experience? So instead of sending your users to different portals or different mediums or to different email addresses, what if there is a solution that can allow your users to go to one portal and access all the service desks in your organization? So IT can be one of the service desks in the portal. HR can be another instance or service desk in the portal. So that is the whole idea behind this feature, this enhancement in Service Desk Plus. So what do we get out of this enhancement? IT has been a pioneer of service management. We know how to fix issues. In addition to that, we also know how to provide customer experience. We know what metrics we have to measure. We know how to increase the customer satisfaction level. All right, so we have been mastering this for a very long period of time. We have the best standards and the practices that we have been following for a long time. Processes have been automated in IT already, and we have created workflows for different type of services that we offer to our employees. Self-service has been there for a very long period of time. So we might not have self-service model in other departments, but IT has been doing it for a very long time. So for the past five, 6 years, the emphasis on self-service has been very high, right? So an IT is also omnipresent, using multiple channels. So we offer services through the chat. We offer services through email, phone calls, whatever medium there is. We can be present through different channels. We have the technology adoption. Whenever there is an introduction of new technology, IT will be the first one to adopt the technology and introduce it into their service desk or service management strategy. All right. So all these is a collective experience that we can share with non-IT departments as well. So IT has been responding to emails very fast. We have SLAs. We adhere to SLAs better than any other service desks. So imagine when you drop an email to a non-IT department, you might not get the same level of support from a non-IT function. It's not their fault. They don't have a software application that has SLA that can drive their performance. They do not have automation to fill the process gaps. They do not have a process in place in a software application that can enhance the experience of a customer who has dropped an email to the department. All right. So we know how to fix it. We know what's going wrong with their department. So this knowledge that we have accumulated in IT can now be shared. We can cross the boundary and we can give it to a non-IT department as well. So that way, IT service management now transforms into enterprise service management. So all the services of your enterprise can be put together in one portal, and we can give the opportunity to non-IT departments to function in the same level uh, like IT service desks. So the Rapid Start Enterprise Service Desk. So what do you get out of enterprise service management? The core principle is for one organization, it's going to be just one portal. All your employees can go to this portal to access all the different service desks. Here, we call each and every service desk as an instance in enterprise service management, right? So HR can have an instance, IT will become an instance, finance can become an instance. Each and every department's service desk will become an instance in the enterprise service management model. All right. So with ESM, you get a consistent end user experience across service teams. So you can also configure SLAs for every department. Now, your employees can expect the same level of service from every department in your organization. Not only IT, every department can be consistent. A central portal for end users. End users don't have to remember multiple web addresses. They don't have to remember multiple email addresses. They don't have to search through the organization directory on who to reach for what type of issues. Instead, they can go to one portal, which is very self-explanatory. They can get inside the instance and submit a request against a department. IT standards and best practices can now be extended to non-IT department as well. ITIL is no more for IT alone. It can be given even for non-IT departments. The best practices are applicable even for non-IT departments, right? And seamless service management with a single tool across the enterprise, meaning this platform gives us the opportunity to move a request from one portal to another, one instance to another. Sometimes we may have to move a request from IT to HR, HR to finance, and it has to get back to IT. So such seamless flow of work will be supported in the future. So we can bring enhancements like that. We can trigger multiple requests to various instances in one shot. For example, onboarding a new user would require work to be done from various departments. You may have to ask your facilities to provide a workspace. You have to ask the building management team to give access to the employee, and IT has to deliver software and hardware, and all these teams have to work together in order to deliver a service. So we can trigger a request bundle that can allocate the request to various instances. These are possibilities that can be introduced in the future with this platform. All right. So some of the key concepts that we're going to discuss today are enterprise directory that we have built. So I'll show you what enterprise directory is and what it can do. Next, we'll see what an instance is and how it is going to work in enterprise service management. Then we'll see the automations that are available for every instance, right? So each and every business function can be given an instance and what kind of automation that they can expect out of this enhancement. And out of the box, we offer built-in catalogs and templates. So for a couple of business functions, we have already collected use cases. We have created out of the box functionalities for 2 instances. I'm going to showcase that as well. And for the end users, they get an enterprise service management portal. So instead of going to multiple different applications or to different email addresses, they can now get into one web address. From there, they can access all the different service desks that has been published in your organization. All right, so without any delays, I'm going to jump to a different screen where I have logged into ServiceDesk Plus. All right, so this is the enterprise service management module of ServiceDesk Plus. So when an end user logs into the application, this is what he's going to see. All the different service desks are now available as an instance in this portal, meaning we have compartmentalized each and every department's Service Desk Plus. All right. So this is just one application which can serve all your non-IT department as well as IT department's needs. In short, the entire range of services that are offered to your employees can be covered in one portal. All right. So this is what an end user will see. He can go into any portal. So say, for example, if I want to report an IT issue, I can get into IT Help Desk, go to the request catalog, and then I can report an issue getting inside the catalog. Similarly, if I want to report a HR issue, I can get into the HR Help Desk, go to the request catalog, and then report an issue. So if you can see, the catalog is customized for the HR department. All the service categories are from the HR department. So when I get into the service category, all the services that are offered by the HR department are available as forms, templates inside the container, right? Likewise, I have created different instances for different business functions. So if I want to keep it simple, this is just one application. This is just one installation of Service Desk Plus, which acts like multiple installations. All right. In short, it's like VMware. All right. So you have a common layer, and each and every instance acts like a guest system. All right. So which has a common host. Now let us see how we can create these instances, how we can create these compartments. Now, once after you upgrade your Service Desk Plus to the latest, you will automatically get Enterprise Service Management. With that, you'll also get this new option, Enterprise Service Management Directory. So when we get inside the Enterprise Service Management Directory, it will give you a brief overview of how the architecture of Enterprise Service Management is created. So here we have created one portal. Behind the portal, you have got multiple instances. These are not installations. It's just one installation having compartments for every service. So we call it as instances. Now, end users can access the portal and then request for services from various instances. So in this directory, you've got three settings. The directory settings, which contains the common configuration, like the organization details, which is common for all the instances. So your organization's information is going to be the same for each and every business function. So that can be configured under the organization details. Regions. So if your business has operations in multiple regions, it is also a common setting for all the instances. So that can be configured under regions. Sites, the physical delivery office locations that you have, departments, the various business functions that are there in your organization, organizational roles. So the hierarchy that has to be consumed for the approval matrix. So we have got 4 containers or 4 levels under which you can create roles and use them for the approval, for service request approvals and various other customizations. So you've got an organization level container, a region level container, site level container, and department level container, where you can create custom roles, associate users against the role, and consume the roles for the approval, right? And then you also have an option to customize the Enterprise Service Management portal as per your organization requirements. So when I get inside the customization section, you get a HTML editor where you can completely change the look and feel. You can rebrand it as per your organization requirements. You can add the logo of your organization, completely make it look like an in-house portal so that it gives end users a uniform experience across all the sites in your organization. So you have an option to customize it as well. All right. And users, once again, are going to be common. All the employees of your organization will be added under the user management section. Now you can bring the users from various sources. You've got an option to integrate the application from Active Directory. So you can get inside Active Directory, configure it, and then import the users, and all the users will be put in the enterprise service management directory, right? So if you are an existing user of Service Desk Plus, if you have already uh, configured your IT service desk, you have configured Active Directory, you don't have to worry about it. Once you migrate the application, once you upgrade the application to the latest, automatically all users will be moved into the user management section here in the enterprise service management directory. In addition to that, we have got an LDAP configuration for non-Microsoft directories. And also we support SAML authentication for cloud if you want to publish the application over the internet. And the general settings are applicable for all the instances in the enterprise service management application. So you've got the application configuration, which is common for all the instances, backup schedules, security settings, proxy, privacy, and all these are common settings, general settings that define how the application instance has to look like. All right. So this is what you get under the enterprise service management directory. So there is one more settings that will allow you to create new instances. So that is under enterprise service management directory settings, service desk instances. So this is where you go to create new instances, right? So by default, IT help desk instance will already be there. Meaning, if you're an existing user of Service Desk Plus and you have upgraded to the latest version, automatically your existing Service Desk will become an instance. Your administrators will become the owner for the instance, and the status will already be in the production, and your existing license will be applied on the instance. So here I have created few instances for HR, facilities, travel, and housekeeping. So let us see how you can create a new instance. Say, for example, if your building management system team needs a help desk, all right? All you have to do is go to click new instance, provide an instance name. I can add an instance description. So this description will be available for the end user. When he hovers the mouse over an instance, we can we can clearly say what this instance is for. So end users will not be confused where to go, right? They'll be guided to go inside an instance and request or report an issue. All right. The next option is choosing the type. So as I said earlier, enterprise service management comes with two instance configurations out of the box. Say, for example, if you'd like to create a facilities service desk or a human resource service desk, we have pre-populated data, the configuration of it and we have provided it as a template. So you can choose facilities or human resource, and within a moment, you can create a new instance. All right. So I'll also show you some of the configurations that are available under the human resource and facilities section, right? But for our case, it's going to be building management. I don't have a template, so I can start with a blank service desk, right? It can be a blank service desk. No configuration will be there. It will be a clean slate. I may have to manually configure everything from the scratch. The next important configuration is choosing the owner for the instance. Sometimes IT cannot be the configurator of an instance. So in case of finance teams, the data inside the instance is so sensitive, even an IT administrator should not be allowed access, given access to. So in that case, I can set a user from that department, an executive from that department as the owner of the instance. Once we do that, we hand over the responsibility of the instance to the finance department user. So he now becomes the administrator of the instance. He can configure the application completely, and also he'll be the owner and administrator of the instance. So IT administrators will not have access to the data or configuration anymore. But in most cases, IT will still be the owner. All right. So we want to assign the same administrator as administrator for every instance. That is also possible. If you take a look at here, demo, which is a demonstration user account, an administrator account, I have allocated him as the owner for each and every instance. That is also possible, right? So then you have another important indicator, that is status. An instance can be in three statuses. One is production. So if it is already live and users are already using it, then it will be in production status. You can set it under pre-production status, meaning you haven't published the instance yet. You're still configuring it. That is the case, you can set it for pre-production. So it will be available only to you. You can take a look at it. You can check the look and feel of it. Once you're completely satisfied with the configurations, you can publish it and it will go into production. All right. So third status is new. When you're creating an instance for the first time, it will be in the status new. All right. So the fourth settings, when you go to create a new instance, is choosing a license for the instance. One other flexibility that you get with enterprise service management, not all the departments will need everything. All right. IT might follow the ITIL best practices, incidents, service requests, problems, changes, asset management, projects, and everything. But your building management system would require just a modest, a simple service desk. So you can choose what edition of service desk you want for that instance, what license you want for that instance. All right, each and every instance can have different licenses. So here I can choose the standard edition if I just need the essentials of ticketing. If I want asset management as well, I can go with professional. Or if I want the full blown product, I can go for the enterprise edition. Right? So I can pick and choose what edition should go inside the instance. The next flexibility that you get is you can also choose the number of technician licenses. All right. Your IT service desk might need 50 technician licenses, but your HR would require just 5. So now I can choose standard edition, 5 tech license for an instance. Professional edition, 16 tech license for another instance. So the instance edition as well as the number of technician logins are completely customizable. So you can get a customized license and apply. So that way we can be very specific with the cost that is going to go inside the instance. All right. Once everything is set, all you have to do is click on create, and that'll automatically create a new instance for the new business function, the business function in your organization. So I have already created a few. So say, for example, the housekeeping instance that is there already is a blank type. On the other hand, the facilities help desk is of the type facilities, and human resource is of the type human resource, meaning it used an existing template that gives all the configuration out of the box. So let us get inside the instance and I'll show you what you get there. All right. So once again, we'll go to the Enterprise Service Management portal. Let us get inside the HR help desk, which comes with the configurations out of the box. So as I explained to you earlier, the request catalog, the service catalog is customized and pre-populated with some information that are related to HR business function. All right. All these are use cases that we collected from various environments and we have populated it in as the service categories. Right. So if you get inside service categories, you'll see a lot of templates. Likewise, the admin section is local for every instance. All the configurations that you see in the admin page is available for each and every instance. IT has its own admin configuration. HR has its own admin configuration, and facilities has its own admin configuration. And each and every instance that you create will have its own admin configuration, because every business function is like a micro enterprise. They have their own rules, they have their own policies and processes. So we give the flexibility and customization for each and every instance. They can get inside the admin section, they can configure it as per their needs, they can configure the SLAs as per their process, and then they can deploy it. So here, if you take a look at the categories, subcategories, and items, everything is related to HR. The SLA is related to the HR. The business rules can be written for the HR function. Likewise, if I go to the facilities help desk, and if I take a look at the category there, it will be completely customized for the facilities team. So the categories, subcategories will be completely related to facilities department. All the templates will be related to the facilities department. right? So that is the kind of customization, level of customization, granularity this application, this enhancement offers, right? Now let us go into the blank instance that I created. Housekeeping is a blank instance, meaning there are no out of the box configuration. And if I get into the category, it will be blank. So I can start from the scratch. It'll be a clean slate. I can start from the scratch, meaning this instance can be customized for any department as per their requirements, business requirements. All configurations can be done from the scratch, completely customized for uh, a specific requirement. It can be business building management system. It can even be some other developer function in IT. So it's not only restricted to non-IT business functions. It can even be a separate IT service desk that offers a special service, like developers having their own incident management portal. So it can become one of the instances inside enterprise service management. All right. So these are the basics or the fundamentals of enterprise service management. So when you upgrade your existing service desk, automatically all the configuration related to enterprise service management directory will be migrated there, and your existing configurations without any loss or modification will become the IT service desk instance, IT help desk instance. All your configuration will go inside IT help desk. Now, one more important thing that I would like to let you know is the technician list. So for IT, you already have a list of technicians, right? So these technicians will be there only for the IT team. For HR, I can now have a separate list of technicians, meaning the IT guys will now become users in the HR portal. Automatically, their roles will swap. So when they go to log a HR issue or request for a facility, automatically they will become a user in that portal. All right. They will not be a technician anymore. Within that instance, their configuration will become, their profile will become a user's profile. Vice versa, when a HR guy goes to the facilities, he becomes a requester there, and the facilities team member will be the technician there. When a facilities guy goes to the IT department, he'll automatically become a requester, and your existing IT technicians will be the technicians there. So the roles will automatically, switch based on the instance in which they are going to go to report an issue. Okay, so when an end user logs into the application via their Active Directory credentials, or if you have already configured single sign-on, they'll automatically land in the Enterprise Service Management portal. From there, they can request for different services. So what do you get out of Enterprise Service Management? Some of the unique functionalities that you get. You can quickly create and deploy a service desk instance in under 60 seconds. So if you're choosing to create a HR instance or a facilities instance, all the data are pre-populated. You don't have to start from the scratch. You have already got something to start your operations with. So you can deploy it in 60 seconds. The next important thing is the flexibility that this functionality offers. So you can choose between any three editions of Service Desk for the instance. So if you'd like to have the essentials, you can go with standard essentials plus asset management. You can go with the professional edition. And one more important thing is the facilities team might require the asset management, but their assets are non-IT assets. So there is no license restriction based on nodes. They can maintain how many other non-IT assets they want for that specific instance. So there is no restrictions. They can manage n number of IT non-IT assets in the facilities service desk. All right. So you can choose, we can choose the addition of service desk plus and also the number of technician license that would be needed for each and every instance. And finally, for the end user, they get the maximum benefit. You can completely customize the enterprise service management portal as per your organizational needs, requirements, and color theme. Publish it, and end users will feel as if they are in an organization portal. They don't feel that they have logged into an application. Since it's a web-based application, it behaves like a web page, and they can go there, access different portals, and request for services from uh, different business functions. So without any delays, try it out. Spearhead enterprise service management in your organization today. So if you'd like to explore the functionality, you can always go to demo.servicedeskplus.com. So that is the URL. So we have hosted an instance, the enterprise service management instance for you guys. You can check it out. You can check the functionality. You can explore it. And also, you can download a trial version from our website. You can download it, install it in your environment. You can try it out. And also, you can reach our sales team. I'll share the sales email address. They'll provide you trial licenses, extensions if you'd like to explore the feature much more. All right, so we have provided few resources in our website. So there are more information available. So I'll be sharing this presentation with you all along with the recording of this webinar and also the question and answers that we are going to discuss. So at the end of the presentation, you can ask me questions. If you have got any, I'll answer that and also share the question and answers discussion with you all in the email. So you get the recording, you get the access links to various resources, and also this presentation that you can use for learning this functionality. All right, so if you've got any further questions, kindly shoot an email to us. So we'll be able to help you with any further questions. And thank you so much for taking part in this discussion. So any further questions that you have asked, I will answer it via email. So you'll get an email in a couple of days along with the presentation, a link to view this video. The presentation will be recorded. This presentation is getting recorded. We'll publish it in YouTube and we'll share the link with you. And also all the questions will be answered and I'll share the answers with you as well. Right. Thank you so much for being a part of this presentation and have a good one.